Hello, I'm Frank Taylor, and welcome back to Volume 2, shall we say, about the secrets to success. Today, I want to talk to you about perception. Last week, we talked about how, and you're meeting me and all that kind of stuff, and telling you to walk in your greatness and all that. But today, we're going to start telling you how you walk in your greatness, but also telling you one of the first things that walking in your greatness you're going to approach and realize it's going to happen to you. That's called perception. Once you've established what you want to do and what you want to do as far as a career and how you want to bring your greatness out, you're going to walk into the public world and it's all about perception. In other words, it's all about making people believe and know that you are walking in your greatness. What I've learned a long time ago, the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. You're saying, what do you mean? Let's use Oprah, for example. If Oprah goes to the Hyatt Regency, she doesn't have to pay. She can stay in the president's suite. And guess what? They're just happy that Oprah's there. She doesn't have to pay. And what I've learned, when you walk a certain way and when you walk in your greatness, people will give you. They will actually start really saying, oh, don't worry about it. We got you. Why? Because you look like money. That means you got to walk, you got to dress, you got to look like whatever your greatness is and what's going to fit in your world. That's what you're going to have to look like. In other words, for me, I can only tell you how I did. I was wearing jeans and everything else when I first started out, and I was realizing I was driving an old car, and I said, wow, I can't make this happen because people weren't talking to me because I looked just like them. And so I decided that I would just go out and sacrifice, get a car note. Went and bought a black Mercedes, all black, got the rims, the whole shebang. Didn't have $5 in my pocket, did it all on credit. Got suits, bought my suits, and I looked like money. Didn't have $10 in my pocket. But people believed that I was somebody. So guess what happened? So when I walked in, I remember going to Dallas Austin's event he had on Northside Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. And what I did was I walked to the door, but because I pulled up to valet parking in a Benz, I had a suit on. They said, good evening, sir. And I said, hi. They said, are you here for the party? I said, yeah, I forgot. I had left my invitation. I really didn't have an invitation. I was just trying to get in there. And they said, are you with someone? And I said, no, I left my invitation there. Well, you got to have an invitation. Well, somebody behind me walked up and says, hey, man, you just come on in with me. Because I looked like someone. I didn't lie and said I had an invitation. I just said I left it. So in a sense, guys, I never really had an invitation. So when I walked in there, I started seeing all these people that was important, and I saw these people, and I said, you know what? I need to meet some of these people. So I started saying, hello, how are you? And they said, who are you, man? You look familiar. I said, yeah. Nobody knew me. I said, yeah, man, how are you? I said, you are JD. He said, yeah, what's happening? And I said, what's happening? And he says, I think I met you before. He said, I met you, was it Sylvia at Motown? I said, I know who she is. I know her. Yeah, I know her. I only knew her name. But when I said, yeah, he started engaging. He started giving me more information. Well, you know, she's not there, or she's there now, but she's going to move on to here. And he started telling me the world. Same thing with the next person. Same thing with the other person. What I realized, when people feel like you know no one, they don't engage in making you part of their conversation. Let's say I walked up to this person again, JD. Let's say I went up to him and I said to him, hey, and he said, yeah, I know you. And he said, I met you through Sylvia. I said, well, no, I don't know her. He would have immediately shut down and not talked to me from that point on, because he would have felt like I was nobody. What he did was gave me more information. He gave me more information, and it allowed me to walk into what I was great at and start establishing relationships with people. That is what you're going to need in your greatness. You can't do this by yourself. First of all, it's going to take God, as I always told you in volume 1. But it's also going to take you having relationships. 3 things that's going to make you somebody: relationships, contacts, and money. Which one do you think is more important? I'm glad you asked that question. The person that's going to make you more important, and that key that's going to make you more important: relationships, contacts, or money. It's going to be, no, you're wrong, not money, relationships. That's what's going to get you where you need to go. Relationships are more important than a lot of money. People will go the extra mile for you because you have a relationship with them. So the first thing we need to do is create a relationship. Create that relationship. Find people that are in your craft and where you're trying to walk and in your greatness, and you establish a relationship with some of these people, and I guarantee you, you would watch your whole walking in your truth come to pass. And that's what you got to do. Create relationships. Create contacts. Then the money will come, and then you'll have all 3. Relationships is very, very important. For example, I had an artist one time, and the artist was really okay, but I really believed in that artist. So I was talking to an A&R at Interscope, and I said to them, you know what? I really want y'all to sign this guy, man. He's hot. He says, man, you've been after this guy for months, man. Dude, you really believe in this guy? I said, yeah, I believe in him with all my heart. He said, you know what, man? We're going to give him a single deal and see what happens, man. We're just going to go in on your strength. We're going to do that. You got to believe so hard in what you're believing in that you believe it can be done, even when it's not what's told to you it can't be done, because you believe it so much and you believe it. Again, relationships are so important. Contacts is so important. Relationships. You have the best thing in the world in the 2000s, in this 21st century. You have the best thing in the world. That's called computers. You can get everything you need off of Google. You have all those things. When I started, I didn't have all this. In 1989, this was not here. We had beepers. I'm telling my age a little bit here. But there was not really cell phones. The cell phones that we had was big bags. And at that point in time, we utilized them because we thought it was big time. All I'm sharing with you at this point in time is that you got to understand that, real talk, you can be the best that you can be if you create relationships with people. They're going to guide you and tell you where you need to go, and they're going to become your best friend. All I'm sharing with you is do what you've got to do. But the first step that we need to realize in walking your greatness is that perception is so important. You got to carry yourself and being in the right places. Thirdly, the next thing we got to understand, that work in 3s. Contacts, relationships, and money. And the money will come through contacts and relationships because you've established that. Until next time, this is volume 2. We're going to lead this thing in. By the time we finish, guys, you're going to understand walking in your truth and walking in your greatness. Thanks so much for being here, and please tell a friend about these YouTube and the film here and the video. We thank you again. I look forward to seeing you next week on The Secret to Success by Frank Taylor. You have a nice one. Take care. Be blessed.